It is currently 8:45 p.m., August 26th, and it's a Tuesday, okay? And here I am to motivate you. That's why you clicked on the video. So listen, okay? Tomorrow never comes, okay? Tomorrow is a figment of our imagination, okay? This whole 24-hour a day system we have set up, bro. At the end of the day, like it's always going to be present you. It's always going to be this version of you. Not, well, you're not going to be the same. You might not be the same person later, but I'm saying it's always going to be this present version of you. And I think when we push things off, we assume that, oh, future me's got it handled. And you'll assume that, oh, future me is a whole different person. But like if it's tomorrow, are you going to be a whole different person? At the end of the day, if it's a difficult thing to do and you push it off and you're not growing to make that easier, or you're not figuring out ways to make that easier, and you're just pushing it off to tomorrow and assuming it'll be easier, that's not really how that's probably going to go out. I can't say for sure, but at the end of the day, mate, some things are just always going to be difficult. I'm not a great public speaker. I mean, I can talk to a camera. Can I talk to a whole audience who's staring at me? I've, learned pretty recently that I'm not the best at that. However, I've taken action on my own to get better at that, okay? And today I gave a speech to 10 random people I don't know. And so and I didn't necessarily want to do that, but you got to it's not going to get any easier, and I think of path of most growth. You got to think of path of most growth, okay? So the path of most growth is going to be the path of most resistance, okay? If you're feeling a lot of pain up here and possibly in your muscles or maybe your legs or something like that, that's probably the most growth, okay? Because your body's saying, "Hey, I can't handle this." And if you can't handle it, our bodies are built to grow stronger to be able to handle it. We are built to adapt to our environment. And so you're clicking on this video, which is very great. And you're watching this video, which is very great. Because you know what that's doing? You could be spending your time listening to the Tung 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 Sahur song, or like listening to Brain Rot, or listening to just, I don't know, just random. I'm just saying things of not value, right? The value you'd be getting is mainly just entertainment, okay? Right here, I hope I'm entertaining you, but I'm also motivating you. There's a double thing there. You could be listening to content that entertains you, but also, you know, teaches you something. I hope to teach you something in terms of your mindset, okay? And that's very good that you're listening to this video. That means that you're taking action, okay? And listen, I'm a rookie at this, okay? I don't really know exactly what I'm talking about. I just know that I'm 17, I have big dreams, and I know I'll be successful. And I hope to bring that energy to you too. Think about it. I know I'll be successful. Why do I know I'll be successful? Well, I know I'll be successful because I know I'll work every single day, and I know the work that it takes because over time I've learned what it takes to become successful. So, in terms of like obstacles, whatever that may be for you, okay, it could be talking to this person that you don't want to talk to. It could be saying something to this person that you don't want to say. It could be doing something you don't want to. Maybe it's a 5K. Maybe it's even going for a walk. Maybe it's leaving a comment on this video. Maybe it's pressing that subscribe button. Maybe it's sending me $5. I don't know, man. Just pulling stuff out of my butt here, but yeah, man. It might not get easier tomorrow. And I would just say take action, because at the end of the day, action is going to result in growth. We might think, okay, oh shoot, I'm feeling pain because I'm making this decision. It's like, oh, I don't want to go on this run. It feels painful. I might just push it off to, I'll just, sit inside. But it's like, bro, tomorrow, most likely, is going to be a pretty similar day. If it's not, that's fine, right? I don't know your scenario, but I'm saying like, you're probably going to have a lot of similar days. And sitting inside and doing the same old thing is easy, right? That's why you're doing it. It's easy. You're not going to grow from that. Focus on growth, okay? Focus on growth, because at the end of the day, when you put your head on your pillow, are you going to be happy with what you did throughout the day? Are you? And it might be like it's 12 p.m. right now. I've spent the past hours of my day not doing something productive, or I haven't felt like the past hours have been something I'm personally proud of. I've had days like these, man. Personally, what I do is I go on like workouts. I feel like that resets me. I go on workouts. I listen to motivational stuff. I try to change the course of the day because, I've had days where I tend to work up early. I've had days where at 9 a.m., I'm like, dude, the day is all like it's messed up. Dude, it's 9 a.m. Like, you've got, I go to bed at like 9 to 10. It's 8:50 right now, so I have to get out of here soon. But, I it's like 9 a.m., it's like maybe it's like 7 p.m. Well, what time do you go to bed? Like, do you go to bed at 8 p.m.? Do you go to bed at 7:10 p.m.? Like, you still have time left in the day. And I think a big thing too, right? Let's say you don't want to do something. I think a big mindset shift is the time will pass anyway. Time is constantly passing. No matter what you do. No matter what you do, you can't freeze time. Now you might be able to. Okay, I don't want to. If there's any superheroes out there that I offended, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to exaggerate. I'm just saying, like, if you can actually change, you can actually freeze time. Let me know, bro. Like, leave a comment, okay? But at the end of the day, the time's gonna pass anyway. So it's like, let's say you're in class, right? And let's say it's like 5 or 3 minutes, okay, till the bell rings and you switch classes. I'm in high school, so that's why I'm bringing this up. Now you can say, oh, well, it's 3 minutes, so I might as well just play like cool math games or play Snake Game or something like that, or just play like random games. But then those 3 minutes could be something that, I don't know what your goals are, but personally for me, I wouldn't consider that something I'd be super proud of. I mean, it's like 3 minutes that you could be using to something productive, and maybe that is the most productive thing for you. I don't know what your goals are. Maybe you want to be a gamer, and that's fine. But I'm saying, like, try to get your time to be the most highest value possible. And I think over time, right now it might seem super, super difficult, whatever stage you are in life. Maybe it's super easy, maybe it's super difficult for you to do those things because it's like, well, it's just so difficult. But I think over time, your brain will start to acknowledge, hey, when I start spending these 3 minutes valuably, when I start pushing myself, and okay, sure, this hurts right now, your brain starts to associate that with, shoot, at the end of this, maybe it's days later that you feel rewarded, but at the end of this, I'm actually growing. And then you start to realize, wait, why am I wasting these 3 minutes? Why am I wasting these 5 minutes? Why am I sitting at home? Why am I even watching TV? Why am I watching this video? Like, why am I watching TV? I think that's a big thing for me. Why am I playing this video game? At the end of the day, video games are just hyper realistic, in quotes, games that are designed to just grab your attention, keep you hooked, and whatever the game is, most games, I would say, are there to like make money out of you and to get your time. They're there to quote unquote steal your time. And this can be a valuable thing, right? I would say communication is a valuable skill. So if you're hanging out with friends, that's a totally different thing. But if you're by yourself and you could be using that time valuably, and even if you are with friends, right? Maybe you could be using that time more valuably. I don't know. Okay. That's up to you to decide, right? But at the end of the day, like, I'm like playing, like, let's say I'm playing like a video game. Let's play Clash Royale. Okay. Clash Royale, right? I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm gonna lose this thing. Like, oh no, like my character's being damaged. Oh no, my tower's down. But at the end of the day, you just close the app and then you realize it doesn't matter. Like, it quite literally does not matter. It's literally just like pixels on your screen, audio on your screen, and stuff like that. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just designed to like get into your head and make you think that it's valuable. I think once you start pushing yourself, once you start changing the way you move, changing the way you spend your time, changing the way you even think about life, I think you'll start to find your mindset shifts and you start to find that things that you might have found valuable before, you probably don't think valuable. You probably aren't thinking they're valuable later. So, yeah, I hope this motivated you. I'm just feeling like yapping, and it is 8:54 p.m. So, thank you for your time. And get out. I'd leave right now. Why are you still here? Leave.